Hello everybody, namaste, my name is Chantelle and welcome to meditation with me. Today we're going to do a nice condensed practice. It's how I like to practice each morning, just with a little bit of breath awareness, a time to remind myself about my true spiritual identity, and then bathing my consciousness in beautiful mantras. So let's get started. Let's roll our shoulders up, back and down a few times. Soften the muscles around the face, lengthen through the spine, drop the shoulder blades down. Take 3 nice, deep, long, relaxing breaths in and out. Just settling yourself into this space. Putting all distractions aside, just trying to disengage from the settings around you, all the different hats that we have on, those roles, those responsibilities, all that stuff right now. Let's put it to the side and let's just start to take that journey to the heart. Scanning your body, starting from the crown of the head, working down towards the toes. And what we're trying to do is just take this time to check in, notice the tension of the body, just generally reflecting upon your energy levels over the past few days, your headspace, and now becoming aware of the breath, starting to lengthen the breath down to the navel. So you might like to bring a hand there, bring one onto the collarbones, breathing into that bottom hand, allowing it to soften into that hand, bellowing out. Draw the breath through the ribcage area, up to the upper lungs, feeling the full capacity of that inward breath, and then softening the chest, allowing the breath to empty from the upper lungs, moving back down through the middle lungs, and then ending in the base of the lungs, where we draw the navel back towards the spine. Take a little pause and then start the cycle again. Inhale, exhale, and releasing. Really tuning into the breath as it moves in and out of the body. And just taking this opportunity now to practice this wonderful technique called Mindfulness Meditation, which is a pre-meditation technique. It's a great little tool to incorporate into our practices, especially in those beginning phases of when we're really trying to build a meditation habit, because we haven't actually had a lot of exposure to appreciating the reality, how we're not our minds. And so this mindfulness exercise gives us this experience of stepping back. So then when we're going about our day-to-day lives and we're in those situations where we really need to draw upon this skill, we have this experience to reflect upon and come back to. So I want you now just to spend a few moments observing the activities of your mind. There's a screen in the mind where we get to view these thoughts, projecting it onto that screen, all the different images and emotions, anxieties, those stresses. Our mind can really inhibit us in so many ways. But when we start to understand the nature of the mind and how it's not gospel, and that we can actually harness the mind as a tool, and we can watch out for those pitfalls where our mind tries to sabotage different things in our life, then we can act with more awareness. So as we watch the activities of the mind, we can practice stepping back from the mind and just observing the nature of the mind, how it's very swift, ever changing, very flickering. One thing is presented, then comes another thing, or maybe sometimes we sit and we dwell and we swim in that emotion or that experience, whether that's perceived to be a great experience or a not so good experience. We have that tendency to be in it. And we can exercise a little bit of discrimination by stepping back and becoming a little aloof from the thinking process. Just watching the activities of the mind as a silent witness, as an observer. Watching these passing parades of thoughts and emotions. And then I like to meditate upon the reality of my identity. Aham brahmasmi, I am spirit, I am not matter, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am this eternal spark of life dwelling within. And my nature is that I'm full of eternality, full of wisdom and bliss. And through this process of mantra meditation, which purifies our heart and mind, we can actually start to experience this reality of who we really are and the qualities that lie within each and every one of us. Aham brahmasmi, I am part and parcel of the Supreme Soul. This is a really nice thing to meditate upon before we get into our day and to come back to at night time, you know, when we've just been bombarded by so many different things in our day. It's nice to come back to that truth of our actual identity. So take hold of your japa beads now as we start to engage in the beautiful practice of japa yoga. Today I've got a full set of beads that I'm going to be practicing on, and I would like us to do a full set of beads. I know generally sometimes on these videos we're just doing half sets, but I think we've been doing these videos long enough. It's time for an upgrade. Let's put those training wheels aside and let's get into 108 beads. It's beautiful. You're really able to get into a nice flow and a nice rhythm. And it's always nice to keep working at some of our goals connected to our spiritual practices. So once we get that nice foundation, we can integrate that half set. Let's keep pursuing to take this practice into our life more and more. So at the head bead, we say the yoga mantra Gauranga. This offers a mood of humility and respect and gratitude to all the wonderful, amazing yogi masters who have walked this journey before us and selflessly giving us this greatest gift to take hold of with our both hands so that we can actually achieve the goal of our life and experience perfect happiness within. It's a beautiful invitation. They're just holding out their hand, and this is a beautiful way to start our journey back to reconnecting to our roots, our true home, and a deeper purpose and understanding to how we live our life. Then we're going to use the yoga mantra Hari Bol, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Hari Bol. Join with me, friends, as we say the bead. We use the mantra per bead, then we draw the bead in towards us. Gauranga. Haribo, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Haribo. 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 Haribo nitai go nitai go 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 haribo. Haribo nitai ko, nitai ko, 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 haribo. Two more. Haribo nitai ko, nitai ko, haribo. Haribo nitai ko, nitai ko, haribo. Puranga. So maybe you experienced, because it was a little bit longer of a time doing the japa, you can really see how the mind wants to deviate. It will just keep going off, but we just keep drawing it back to the mantra, keep making that contact with the bead, which is our meditation aid. It really helps our meditation and the mind to align with what we're doing. And a quote from the Bhagavad Gita: a person who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires that enters like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled but is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desires. So the mind is full of desires constantly. So this mantra meditation practice really helps to soothe that. So we're just going to end off with a few moments of some kirtan, doing the mantra Chaitanya Nityananda Gohari. few nice, deep, long, relaxing breaths in and out. Thank you very much. Namaste.